It wasn't long ago that if you wanted a Lexus crossover or SUV with 3 rows of seating, you had to get the body-on-frame GX, leaving a sizable void in the lineup for a more compliant unibody-based 3-row crossover to battle it out with things like the Acura MDX, Infiniti QX60, and Buick Enclave. Well, that's now changed with the arrival of this, the RX 350L. The RX 350L is a stretched version of the wildly popular RX 350, but it rides on the same 109-inch wheelbase, meaning the additional 4.4 inches of length comes behind the seat pillar. That's fine for more cargo room, giving it 70.7 cubic feet of space with all the rear seats folded, to better the standard 350's 56.3 cubic feet, but doesn't translate well for the all-important third row. For starters, getting in and out of it isn't the easiest. Then, once back there, things are cramped, and providing enough legroom, even for small passengers, requires not sliding the second row back much, and thus limiting legroom there too. Really, if you plan on using both rows of seats, you're only going to be able to carry young kids, or maybe 5 John Wongs. To entertain a full load of kids, the RX features Lexus's in-form infotainment system that features a giant 12.3-inch center screen, a 12-speaker audio system, navigation, and Bluetooth, but disappointingly, it still doesn't support Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Come on, Lexus, it's 2018. Also not so good is that infotainment is controlled by the remote touch mouse controller, which is distracting to use while driving and is among the worst interfaces available on the market today. For safety, forward collision warning with automatic braking, lane departure warning with lane keep assist, and adaptive cruise control are standard, while this test car also features optional blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert. But for a deeper dive into the RX's tech equipment, make sure to check out the separate tech check video. Everything else in the 350L is typical Lexus fare. There's a nicely finished cabin with soft leathers, matte bamboo trim, quality feeling controls, and cushy seats in an environment that always stays quiet. Ride quality is very well damped and great over broken roads. However, it's no corner carver, which isn't a surprise on the more forgiving suspension and light steering, but it's not sloppy on the 20-inch tires either. It's simply a confident, comfort-focused crossover. Motivating the RX is a 3.5-liter V6 with 290 horsepower and 263 pound-feet of torque, which works with an 8-speed automatic transmission that drives all 4 wheels. That's estimated to return 18 miles per gallon in the city and 25 miles per gallon on the highway. Power is adequate when you have the car in sport mode, but things do feel a little sluggish when you have it in the normal setting. But like the ride, smoothness is the name of the game in the drivetrain, with the transmission performing imperceptible shifts. So the good news is that Lexus customers now have a well-trimmed and comfortable riding 3-row unibody crossover to buy. That starts at $48,665 with front-wheel drive and about $50,000 with all-wheel drive. The bad news, the third row has been shoehorned into the RX as an afterthought and suffers from package compromises because the RX wasn't originally developed to have 3 rows. And for that reason, things like the MDX, QX60, and Enclave are better choices in this segment for those who carry 6 or 7 people on a more regular basis.